my name is Fred Meyer. I'm with Backyard Abundance. I am in downtown Iowa City at the Edible Classroom on the south side of the Robert A. Lee Rec Center. This space was implemented in 2015 to demonstrate how folks could grow food in ways that was fun and easy. We're down here cleaning up the Edible Classroom, putting the gardens to bed for winter time. And I want to give you some top tips on what you can do in your own garden to prepare it for the long winter ahead. My first tip for you is harvesting seed. So a lot of your plants have probably started producing seed, and you can actually harvest that seed and save it over winter time for planting next year. So I've got a couple plants here I want to share with you. One is Cosmos. It's got really big seeds that are very easy to harvest. Got to find some ones with dry heads. This one has some dry seed heads, yeah, so find the ones that have these dry seed heads, and then every plant, their seeds look a little bit different. So the Cosmos seeds are really large and really easy to pull off and save. So you just find some dry seed heads and then put these in a seed packet and keep them cool, dry, and in a dark place, and in springtime you can plant them. Another seed you can harvest is native prairie plants. So if you've got some native prairie plants growing in your yard, most likely they're putting out seed right now, like this common milkweed plant. So here, this has got a whole bunch of seed pods, really easy to identify the seeds. They basically follow the seed pod, and nature's just ingenious. It creates this little flight mechanism, and so the seeds catch the wind and get distributed throughout our community. But you can actually take the seeds now, and if you've got a bare spot in your yard, you can just take these seeds and spread them on the soil. The second tip I have for you is how to get rid of the existing plants that are in your garden bed. So most of the time we just pull those plants up and throw them in our compost bin, but that's not actually the best thing for the soil. So like I said, normally we would take like this lettuce plant and we would pull it up. See all these roots that are here? If we leave these roots in the ground, those are food for soil builders like worms, bacteria, fungi. So instead of pulling up the plant, we can take some pruners or some loppers and just lop that plant off right at the base. And then this is what we can compost. So if you just go around to throughout your garden and just start clipping the base of these plants off, that's going to leave those roots in the soil, and then those roots will decompose and be food for our soil builders. So the process of cleaning up the garden also becomes a process of building the soil. So the process of cleaning up the bed can go pretty quickly. If you just have a sharp pair of pruners, you just go through and lop off all of the plants and either leave them in place. If they're disease-free, you can just let them lay on the soil. It's called chop and drop, where you can bag them up and put them in your compost bin, and it can go pretty quickly. So the last tip I have to give you, the third tip, is to cover your soil with straw. So I've got a big straw bale here, and so you can see that this bed is not completely clear, but I want to cover it, allow it to overwinter underneath this nice blanket of straw. And what that'll do is it'll keep the soil from going through some harsh freeze-thaw processes, and that just keeps the soil organisms happier and making soil for you for a longer period of time. The other benefit is in springtime, when you're ready to plant, you can just pull this straw back and plant around it or into it, and it just makes a great mulch that you don't have to go out and get in springtime. You just happily plant your plants and then snuggle the existing straw up around them. So thanks so much for watching. Again, my name is Fred Meyer with Backyard Abundance. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to go out to the Backyard Abundance website, backyardabundance.org. Go to the Contact Us page and send us a note. And if you want to keep track of our latest events and classes, go to our Backyard Abundance Facebook page.